Morning, everyone. Welcome back to Kenny's Life Thoughts in Retirement. Finishing up, ripping up this chipboard. I got most of it all up, and the panels were, like I said, I think prior, they're 4x10, 3/4 inch thick, 4x10 particle board, and they're 120 pounds a piece. So in order for me to be able to handle them, get into the burn pile and stuff, I cut them into thirds basically. And you see these 4 piles here. I'm getting ready to haul them out of here into my trailer. And I'll film that, I guess, probably through time lapse or something. But anyway, I moved that cabinet over there. It was sitting here. And moved it over to here, which was a pretty big challenge. Yeah, the floor I think is what I was looking for, the look I'm going for here. Even though it's pretty rough, I think it looks better than what was down there before. So I left the stuff that's inside there, in the chipboard inside the old doll room there, and then underneath where my pickup is parked. I'll do that later. I gotta move this. This is a bunch of cedar, 1x6 and 1x8 cedar that I'm gonna use on projects and stuff. I've already used quite a bit of it, but anyway, I'm getting ready to load all this particle board into my trailer. I'm just gonna leave this cabinet here. I don't want to move it again. It's a real son of a gun to move, and I got it moved over to here, but that's about where I'm gonna leave it. I did mess around with this back wall a little bit. Nailed up some cedar underneath the window. Use those old panel doors on either side of it. And this is what that cabinet looks like on the other side of it. And I did find a mark, which is interesting enough. And I don't know, it says Benson on it. Now, I don't know if it came out of Benson High School or Benson was a client of this company that had this cabinet. I don't know. But as you can see, if anyone has an idea what this cabinet really was, I thought it was from a printing press operation. I don't, it's so hard to know, and I'm not sure what that says. I don't have my glasses, but it might have come out of Benson High School, which would be kind of interesting because, well, as everyone potentially knows, I went to Benson High School for the first half of my freshman year. I don't know if it came out of that school or that, again, that's just a label. It says Benson there. It's a metal. And then that says 65, I think. Or I don't have my glasses, so I'm not sure exactly what that says, but anyway, I don't know what happened to all of these slide out like this. So there must have been a bunch of these because there's all the racks for them, but they're all gone pretty much. There's only one of those trays that's removed that comes out left. And it happens to be the one that says Benson on it. Anyway, we're going to sand this cabinet all down on the 2 ends and the front here. And we're trying to make a decision on what paint color scheme we're going to go with. So we took some samples and painted a green, red, and gray, and then put white over it, whitewashed over top of it, and then sanded it down to make it look rustic. So we're trying to figure out, we're leaning towards red, one of these two. I don't think we'll do this one, but one of these two, I think. And that's what will be on the front of this cabinet. The front and the two ends. I got a little bit of work to do on this one. When I was moving it, I was kind of screwed up a little piece there. But anyway, this thing's really heavy. And it's, gosh, how long is this darn thing? 1, 2, well, where's my tape measure at? Let's tape measure it. Let's do it. There's that sleigh. I did find out that that sleigh there was manufactured at the state of Maine, in the state of Maine, 3,200 miles from here. The state prison there. It was a state prison that got shut down after it was in operation for about 175 years. And in the early 2000s, they shut that prison down and opened up another facility. The state prison in the state of Maine, I can't think of the town off the top of my head, but we're famous for building things like this horse-drawn sleigh. They had quite a manufacturing facility in that state prison. Anyway, it's interesting to think that it ended up here in the state of Oregon, and I MapQuested it. It's 3,250 miles from this location right here. That's where this thing was manufactured. I don't know if anyone can see that or not. Again, I don't have my glasses on me. Yeah, it doesn't show up very well, but basically that's just the manufacturing plaque that said it was manufactured in the state prison. But it's pretty neat. It's in really good shape. If you find these on the internet, a lot of times they're not in very good shape. I mean, this is all in really good shape here. I think my grandma and grandpa had it reupholstered. And that's just an old saddle up there. And Christmas bells. Back to what we were talking about. Let's stay focused, Ken. Let's go see how long this cabinet is. I'm kind of curious how long this cabinet is. Not quite 16 feet, just about 15 and a half feet long. And all I can tell you is it's heavy. Because I've moved it now twice. This cabinet was turned around and up against that wall over there. And it had old cash registers on top of it initially. And it's set up against that wall right there. So I turned it around and then moved it over here and then moved it back. That's the last time I move it, probably. And then I hung these two doors. And then that clock there actually came out of my grandpa's workshop. It was stuck on high noon, 12 noon. So I just left it there. I'm not going to power it up or nothing. I don't think it's working. But it's pretty neat old clock there, stuck on high noon. It's always noon here. It's always noon in the high noon bar. So anyway, the floor turned out great. As far as, again, better than the particle board. So I'm getting ready. I want to move all this into my trailer and go from there. We will chat with you soon. Well, the first stack's in the trailer. So I time-lapsed that. 3 more stacks to go. I won't film this because it's boring as all get out, and I'm starting to sweat already, getting a workout this morning. Anyway, I'm gonna load as much as I can of this into my trailer, and maybe take a quick coffee break first. Okay, we'll chat soon, bye. The last 2 stacks loaded, taking them down to the burn pile. So we pretty much got her licked there. I think it's time to wake up the neighbors. What do y'all think?